Hello, this is Ritu Kumar. You're watching me on Born of Web.
What is the most important factor in the success of brand Ritu Kumar?
Well, I think it's a combination of many factors when a brand becomes successful. But in my case, I think it has been a very long-term commitment on the textile research that I've done and trying to translate that into a viable business, and also to base a lot of that work for the fashion in India today. It was a very hard ladder to climb, but I think perhaps that is one of the reasons.
What has been your most satisfying moment?
Well, I've been very fortunate that there are more than one satisfying moment. Every time I did a research on hand block printing or Zardozi embroideries or weaving, and then it started bearing fruit, and then you saw the effect on the region that you were working with, the craftspeople that you were working with, and the acceptance of India and its richness in textiles on the street level. I mean, those moments are really something that make your journey worthwhile.
The one tip you would like to share with fashion entrepreneurs?
Well, I think it's not really a tip that I would like to share, but I think what tends to happen is the fashion industry just looks very glamorous, and nobody really records the kind of hard work and the grit it requires to be somebody who works in a very, very competitive world and space. And I think the young generation is today slowly understanding this is as much a career as any other career is. I mean, it's almost, textile technology is almost like doing a doctorate. So I think that seriousness of what we are talking about and where we are coming out of, India, which is the richest place for textiles, is slowly dawning on the younger generation.
What has been the biggest challenge in balancing your roles as a woman and as a business person?
I think being a woman and being a career person is always a challenge, no matter which field you're in, whether you are even a laborer or somebody who's working in the farm, or you could be a banker. It always is a balance of time and how you manage your time, and it's very, very rarely very successful, because you're guilty when you're not at home and you're guilty when you are at home. So, two careers, solid careers, are always a difficult balance.
How would you describe the fashion industry today in India?
I think we have a lot to be very proud of in the fashion industry today. There's no other country in the world which has actually pulled out an indigenous fashion handwriting which is successful. Most countries, no matter where they are climatically or traditionally, are all having to do what the West dictates. In India, we've broken that norm. And we've not broken the norm because there's been religious pressure or society pressure. It has just come out from within its own roots. And we have to be very, very proud of that fact as being the only country in the world. Look at Mexico, Bangkok, anywhere, China. They've all become a uniform copy of what is happening in Europe or in New York. This doesn't happen here, and I think it is the reason why our crafts are still alive and we wear them.
What is most satisfying about your Padam Shri award?
Well, the Padam Shri award came as a surprise, because in that genre, the Padam Shri was never really given. I think it's also the way the country is changing. It used to be for doctors, for literature, for music, for the normal, traditional, classic disciplines. For it to come to somebody in textiles was a very, very satisfying thing, and I'm proud to have had it. And we're talking about leadership. I think leadership is very important in almost every phase of the country, and especially in my field. I think if the leadership is displaying the qualities that we have of Indian textiles and how rich we are as a nation, this leadership, we hope, will be followed by the next generation, and you set some sort of a platform for it.